Hello and welcome back to Ethan's Garage. As you can see here, I am in Connecticut, in a pretty normal neighborhood, except for one small difference. There's Ferraris everywhere, because we are at Miller Motor Car of Greenwich, Connecticut, and it is one of the best, it's not a single dealer, it's a group of dealers, but they have one of the best overall collections of any dealer in the world. There's a McLaren Senna right there, and there's a LaFerrari over in there. So I'm gonna give you guys a quick tour of some of the cool stuff they got here. All right, so let's start up front of the McLaren dealer. We got a GT3 Touring, which is one of the most pure driver's cars Porsche has ever made, or at least in modern times. Obviously the old ones are all total driver's cars. And they have an SLS Roadster. These things are always fun to see. Missing the gull wings is always a bit of a shame, but it's definitely one of the nicest looking Roadsters ever produced, in my opinion. I remember coming here when I was young and first got into cars, and at the time it was really cool because McLaren had just released their first cars. So this is one of 6 McLaren dealers in the whole nation. Now there's many, many more. They got fun stuff here like this 720S. It's definitely impressive with this area because it's one of the fanciest areas you can find anywhere. Oh, it's called Memphis Red. It's one of the fanciest areas you can find anywhere in the Northeast. It definitely feels like being in Beverly Hills out here. Alright, so I hope you guys like that little compilation of stuff in there. Not too much of note other than the McLaren Senna. The pictures, I saw some pictures of it from recently where they had a couple McLaren Elvas in there, but today it's only a Senna, so on to the next dealer. This is going to be Ferrari up next. Ooh, that's kind of fun. 720S Spider. Alright, but let's look over here. This over here is just the service center, but they have a very big service center here. And I'm sure they don't want me looking in here, but they should have made it not see-through. You can look right in there. There's a LaFerrari, as well as, of course, the F12, which is super cool. All right, and now we're in the Ferrari portion of things. This is a new F8 and an F8 Spider. This one seems not too optioned. I've definitely seen crazier specs, but this is pretty decent. Probably less of an emphasis here on convertibles, you know, since it's the Northeast, although maybe more, honestly, since, you know, when it is sunny you gotta really appreciate it. And then of course the new Ferrari Roma. There's another one inside. I'd be really curious to see how many of these they're going to end up selling, because they seem to be selling amazingly, flying off the shelves. Let me know what you guys think of the look of this car. I'm a really big fan. I think they did a great job. I know it's not for everyone. Wow, 1 of 50. Take a look at that. That is insane. And it sold to someone very lucky. Holy crap. Also, it must be said just how wide this car is. I mean, it makes a Aventador seem almost narrow. In reality, it's probably about the same width, but holy crap. That's a cool thing about this dealer. It's 2 levels. That is incredibly cool. Yeah, this is pretty crazy. You know, in this day and age, with Maserati becoming more of a common brand and their production numbers increasing, it's actually become a lot more common to see Maserati dealers. There's lots of new ones popping up, but usually have, like, I don't know, Ghiblis or, you know, Levantes, not MC12s. That's proper. This is my, I think, second one I've ever seen, so I'm pretty excited. Wow. Gonna take a moment with this one. Alright, so now that I've given myself a moment to obsess over the MC12, I can appreciate some of the other stuff in here. Right here we've got a beautiful 812 GTS. These are going to be interesting because most of the time when Ferrari makes a front-engine V12 convertible, they make absurdly low numbers, and therefore the cars cost you know, crazy amounts and stay that forever. But I'm pretty sure with this, they're making as many as people want. Not to say it's in any way cheap. I think these are still like $550 or something like that. They're crazy pricey, but certainly for even near-term and long-term values, they're probably going to be a little lower, although still well appreciated. And blue looks so good on a car like this. Although I gotta say, red when you do it with black is a sexy look. 488, stunning car. Then we got a pretty basic Levante Grand Sport. Nice looking cars, must admit it. Still don't know what I think of them exactly, mostly because of the reliability and kind of how it's brought the brand down a little bit with value compared to the old days, but still a decent car, at least for what it is. And then we got an 812, pretty basic. This is a very classy spec. I like the just hints of red on the inside. Also, nice lighting in here. Very well thought out with that. And then beautiful, beautiful F430 Spider in blue. You'll hear me say it again and again. I've definitely warmed up to blue supercars. Just like this one, 812 in blue. Actually, wow. These must have almost identical build sheets. Same color, and both 812 GTSs. We got a Ferrari F355. We got a beautiful Porsche 911. These look great sitting next to each other. Old Turbo S. This is definitely probably from about the same age, so would definitely be pretty logical to see these next to each other in a garage. And manual, gotta love it. And then, ooh, I see something cool over there, but I'll wait for a second. We got the two Portofinos. I guess this is all sold cars down here. Another 488. Is that a Spider? Yeah. And then an F8. Also Spider. And then here, this thing is so cool. This looks like a Tyler the Creator's car that I filmed in a different video. Not often you get to see the Lancias around in any form, but these are very special, the old Integrales. Untinted, you really got to appreciate how beautiful that inside is. Those gauges are crazy. What a great shape. Alright, and on to another incredibly classy F430. This one is, I have to say, I really kind of like this silver blue. Kind of a guilty pleasure of mine. You know, in some ways I've definitely criticized this for being a very kind of old person spec of this kind of color on any car, whether it be a Toyota Solara or obviously something to this caliber, but I think it looks kind of fun. And then if you're really interested in cool colors, not often you see green, and certainly not like this deep forest green on, well, any car, but certainly not a Ferrari. Looks great over tan. Pretty basic Portofino. And then right here we have a lovely old Ferrari Dino, almost a little bit orangey red, one of the lighter hues of Ferrari red, many different ones they've had. Also crazy how intense that rear glass is. That must be very expensive to fix when you inevitably break it somehow. These are fragile. Alright, and right here is truly one of my dream cars. This red on a Lamborghini Aventador SV Roadster of all is just, I'm obsessed. Such a good looking car. I think personally I think this is one of the best looking cars of our at least past decade, that's for sure, but certainly of all time too. Unbelievable. And I see some pretty fun stuff in there. Let's go take a look at that. Alright, so I'm assuming I'm not allowed in, so I'll give you this view to start. Black LaFerrari, Lancia, and an old 456 plus an Aston and another A12. That is so cool. Alright, so I think I'll continue on. It doesn't look like I can go in there, since it looks like it's a fully service area. That's pretty cool. 2 LaFerraris already, MC12, Avent or SV, and a Senna. So we're off to a good start, and there's more to come. This is just, we're only at 2 of the dealers so far. Pretty standard fare up here. Levante, and a couple Ghiblis. Actually, Quattroporte? Yeah, Quattroporte and a Ghibli. Alright, so I just managed to, after a long wait, get across the street from the Ferrari dealer. And now we're on to Pagani. Very cool. Wow. This here is going to be one of the most impressive Paganis I've ever seen. Take a look at that. This is insane. This color really complements the extremeness of this car. Wow. This is one of the most impressive Pagani lineups I have ever seen. Sadly, no Zondas. But those are very, very hard to come by. I've only seen like 1 or 2 of them. That's kind of cool though. Zonda Cinque kid car. This looks like an original, probably like 2014, 2015 Huayra. Actually, both of these do. Unbelievably beautiful cars. Look at just the quality of that carbon fiber with the color. And of course, the 7.3 liter Mercedes V12. Unbelievable cars. Even just the badge work is just on a different level. Look at that. Unbelievable. Alright, definitely felt a little bit weird to talk in there because it's so quiet in there. It's like being in a church. But damn, those are some impressive cars. 4 Pagani Huayras in one spot. Now we're over at the Bentley area. Nothing too notable here. There's a Bentley Mulsanne in there. Lots of Bentegas. And of course Aston Martin. Over here, got a nice lineup of DBXs. That one's in dark green, which I like. This place actually used to be a Fisker dealer when Fisker first started up. And also supposedly a Bugatti dealer. I'm not sure where the Bugattis are. They used to be in this building here. Remember, that was one of the first times I ever saw a Veyron, was this place. Let me get kind of interesting look at this one. And then we got a very nice later generation Mulsanne. I'm not sure what's going on here. I don't know if they actually standardly retract like Rolls-Royce or not, but then we got a Flying Spur. It's a V8. You can tell by the red emblem. Very nice. Right here we got the Aston Martin Rapide S, a beautiful new DBS Superleggera, DB11. Looks like a facelift Advantage, and this thing's pretty cool. Oh, that's cool. F1 pace car. That's actually really fun. I love the light bar on it. Maybe Greenwich police will take it and use it as one of their new vehicles or something. I could see that happening. Alright, so I did inquire about Bugattis, and unlike most of these dealers, it's by appointment only, which is very odd, especially considering I could just stroll around all the Paganis, which are equal, you know, equal specialness. So that's a little bit weird, but anyways, nothing too notable over here at the Aston dealer. But I think that's a wrap for today. Very cool coming here. I haven't come here in years and years, so it's been nice kind of refreshing my memory of this place and getting to check out some of the fun stuff they have. As usual, pretty impressive. Definitely one of the better, or really best of these dealer groups for exotic cars in the whole country and world. So always fun. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and also subscribe, because that does really help me. And maybe give it a share to someone you think might appreciate it. But on to the next one. More videos to come. Alright, one quick epilogue to this video. This Alfa Romeo dealer here, 2 levels, and the second level has 3 Alfa Romeo 8Cs sitting right there. Really impressive. Never seen more than 1 in one spot ever, and only seen, you know, 5 or 6 of them my whole life in total. Not bad.